Hey, what's up, shop makers? It's your boy Rob here. I got MT from Metric Mate. MT, man, go ahead and tell people about yourself and about your platform.
Man, Rob, appreciate you for having me on, big guy. As he said, I'm MT, co-founder and CEO of Metric Mate. We're a data analytics company. Don't worry about all that. But what you need to worry about is that we have a patented tech that allows you to turn any of your resistance training equipment, barbells, dumbbells, kettlebells, machines, into smart equipment. All you do, you attach our sensor to your equipment, connect it to your phone, get to work. We not only tracking reps and sets, but calories burned, force exerted, range of motion, muscular fatigue, all of these data points to make your workouts more effective and more fun. So while you tapping in with your shots on Shot Maker League, make sure you tap in and get your power level score from Metric Mate. Yeah,
Oh man, so we tracking power levels.
tracking power levels. We so intense about power levels, we paid the government so we get the trademark on the word power level. Because you
Oh
want to know
man,
your power level score, know where you fit.
let's go, man. So now you can measure yourself up with Goku.
But to know if you had that 9,000 when they hit the scanner on you, they ain't even got to know. You know what I'm saying? We probably gonna come out with the little AR joint on your phone where you can scan
Oh,
people power levels so you can
you
know who
gonna
you
need the
dealing with.
scouter.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta
Oh
get the
man.
scouter, bro. So you run up on somebody, you know if they're gonna put you in the ground or not. You know that way. You do MMA and hit power level 12,000. I'm only at 850, so let me go ahead and
let's
back up.
let's go, let's go, man. So Measurement, man, what brought this about?
Man, just simply trying to remember what I did in the gym the last time. You know, a lot of athletes are familiar with the archaic way of taking your notebook in there and writing all your stuff down and having all your stuff on the list. If your strength coach is dope, you're gonna have a whiteboard up there so you can write stuff down. If you're really dope, you might have the TVs in there, you know what I'm saying? If the boosters are paying that good money to get the TVs in the weight room. But that's a generic workout. That's for everybody. And it's not necessarily tracking what you did. Right.
Yeah,
You say you did them 10 reps. Everybody's had those bad days when they did 5 instead of the 7. Now we want to have a little bit of more accountability to it. Not saying that you're not gonna have any bad days messing with Metric Mate, but you'll just have a true understanding of when those bad days hit, be able to track why they hit, and then do better the next time. So now you're looking at progress instead of over every couple of months, you see some
mm,
improvement because you can lift some more weight. You can see
yeah,
that over every rep, every set, every time, no matter where you are. Which is the other dope part is that you can take this mud to any gym. You can take it to a condo gym, a hotel gym, your house gym. You could be outside in the middle of the wilderness and build a gym out of some rocks on the campsite. Slap your metric mate on there and get to work. We're gonna track all your data.
oh wow. So wait, so it attaches to anything?
Barbells, dumbbells, kettlebells, machines, jammer arms, maces, you name it. If it's a resistance that you're gonna be able to put to it, we can get to work. I tell people all the time, if you have a rock and you know it's 5 pounds, you can strap a metric mate to your rock, get to work.
Wow. So you know we both are ATL, and I've been following your story. So you guys were on the Shark Tank. No, we gotta talk about that. How was that experience? And for those that didn't watch, me, you tell me what episode to watch, and then I ask the next question.
Man, you already know I'm someone with the shameless plug, bro. If you haven't seen us on Shark Tank, check out season 14, episode 11. That's season 14, episode 11. It just aired January 2023. So had a great time, man. It was an awesome experience. The whole process was eye-opening to say the least. It put us through our paces, made sure that we were tight on the information we needed to be tight on, gave us the opportunity to go up there on national TV and one show that Metric Mate does what it's supposed to do, show our tap sensor actually taps in and gets that training, that accountability, all that information that you need. We did it live on the stage. Mark Cuban put up some reps. So you can't say that, oh, Metric Mate don't work. Metric Mate
Yeah.
works. But then two, it gave us the opportunity to be able to go on and show that we believe in what we're building. You know what I'm saying? Other folks believe in what we're building and they understand what we're building, and the market really understands what we're building because we got on that stage with 5 people that had not really heard anything about Metric Mate until we got on that stage and we left with them believers. And I'm not going
Yeah.
to tell you how they believers. What you need to do, go to season 14, episode 11, watch the episode. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So, Mark Cuban, big in the sports world. You, as an entrepreneur, coming in and developing a product that crosses all types of sports, right? And gets to the bare bones of what we all do as athletes. We train and we train to be better at whatever the thing is we're doing. What was your mindset once you had the product? And how did you think about how do I attack this, right? Like, where do I take this? What was your mindset in that challenge?
Man, it was challenge is the word. Like that's what you can say. One thing to say about small businesses that are or small corporations, because we're a small corporation, not a small business. We growing up in this piece, is that we have the ability to be able to pivot and turn a lot easier than larger corporations. And they akin it to a cruise ship and a speedboat, so a
Mm,
fishing boat. The big company is the cruise ship. You turn that wheel on that cruise ship, it's gonna take a minute, no matter how fast that cruise ship going, for it to
yeah,
actually turn and change direction and change course and be able to go in a path that I believe is going to produce the most or the best results. With a smaller company, it's more like a speedboat. You turn that little rudder, yang,
yes,
you going in the same direction like immediately. And so that's the fortunate part about being a smaller company is that you are always going to be getting feedback from the customers, from the market, seeing what's going on. You're influenced by everything that happens, i.e., the pandemic really shut us down because it shut the gyms down. The
yeah,
the trainers really weren't out there working with their clients in the same way. So somewhere where we focused a lot of our energy and a lot of our ability to grow shut down for years.
so,
And people were pessimistic about how it was going to break back out because you remember gyms were setting record breaking numbers in like 2018,
oh
2019.
yeah, yeah,
And then they got shut down. So us being able to pivot, see that no one that this sector was going to come back. Working out at home ain't always the most fun. Everybody want to get
nah,
out and be able to see other people doing stuff,
yeah,
sharing their energy. So knowing that that's still a sector where we needed to keep a foot, but then making this pivot to direct to consumer, being able to go from having a big chunky box that trainers might want to walk in with because it's industrial to now this sleek packaging that's going to allow us to be able to get the metric mate technology out to the people and show them exactly what they're purchasing and what they're bringing into their lifestyle.
yeah,
That's the type of stuff that was a challenge because it's a different type of mindset, it's a different type of focus, it's a different type of communication. It's been a thing. Super excited that it was a pivot that really allowed us to be able to open up a new market and see some new growth and work with some people that hadn't necessarily worked with Metro Mate before,
yes,
and opened up some new opportunities. Like I literally just got off of a phone call with a new potential partner where we're looking to be able to attack a space where Metro Mate was already having some penetration and making some noise. So it's like you see the pivot, you got to be able to take it. You got to be able to make
yeah,
sure that you can hit that hole, even though the first one was clogged up, you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
or the
yeah, yeah.
screen didn't hit the way it was supposed to, so that defender's
Hmm.
still there in your face. You got to be able to make that adjustment and still
Yes.
get the basket. And that's what I feel like we did. We came off strong.
That's what's up, man. Shot Makers League, our platform is about challenges and overcoming challenges, using challenges to get better. So hearing your story, hearing how you overcame challenges, because in basketball we use pivot, right? Basketball, you got to know what your pivot foot is. Pivot helps you change directions, helps you really find a more effective direction to go score or set somebody else up to score. And you use the word penetration, right? So you penetrated a different market. When your eyes open to penetrate that market, because you were a speedboat and not a
Yeah.
cruise ship, how quickly did you see the writing on the wall that that was the right way to go?
It still took time for the play to develop. Like 100. It's cool to be able to make that change, but now you've got to put just as much, if not more, energy into what you've done on the change than what you did on what you were doing initially. So it's
Yeah,
like, yeah, we saw a change of direction. We changed internally. It was relatively easy for us to come up with a new strategy as far as marketing and communicating and branding to be able to fit and not change who we were completely and lose the customers that we had already attracted because of that. But it's gonna take some time before you see that turnover. It's like, okay, now I see new people coming in. Now this is having the positive effect that I expected. And that's always a nail biting time. It's like you sitting there like, yo, we made this change. Is it really gonna be it? Like we decided
yeah,
to go
yeah,
this different direction. That's the beauty of being entrepreneur, a startup founder, is that you've
hmm,
got to make a decision, you got to bring the team along with it, and you've got to stick to it. It's like this is it.
yeah,
And whatever happens, I'm gonna eat it. Not
yeah,
saying that you don't need to have the foresight and the eyes on and the vision on the court to be able to say, all right, maybe this wasn't the right decision, but
hmm,
you also need to be able to have the vision to say, okay, I see the pieces coming together. They might not be the full picture yet. This might not be the Mona Lisa yet, but I see the brush strokes coming together. Let me work. You know what I'm saying? Let me continue to work.
yeah,
Let me
yeah.
cook. And let
Oh
me
yes,
make sure that I stay as diligent and sound with my team as possible so they can have as much confidence in it and put their best foot forward. And I mean, most of the time it's going to work out. Even if it was a bad idea, if you keep that vision and you keep your eyes down the road, You'll see where you need to put the brakes on and where you need to push the gas.
So I feel like it's a lot like the product, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot like the metric mate. The metric mate helps you track the progress, right? So what are you using internally to track your progress on metric mate as a company?
First of all, we use the product. You got to use the
Let's
product.
go.
Like, so I'm out here with my tap sensor every day. Check me out on my stories. I get my check in from my tap
Yeah.
in that I do every day, my 15-minute workout that I'm pushing everybody to get in at least 3 times a week, get assigned to 15 and tap in with Metric Mate. So make sure that you do that so that one, you're a fan of your product. Because if you're a fan of your product, then you'll find the bugs, you'll find the holes, you'll find the ways to be able to improve it and make it better because you're engrossed in it the way that you expect that your community, your fan base will be engrossed in it. So that's the number one metric that I use it so I can know what's happening. Number two is engagement. We're in a brand building space right now. For a long time, we were in a technology building space. We were getting the 5 patents that we have on the tech. We were actually building out the platform, the mobile app, getting the communication to happen, all of this techie stuff. Now it's to the point where it's like, all right, we got to get people aware and we want them to be able to put their hands on it and we want them to want to put their hands on it. So they'll try to
Yeah.
use it in as many ways as possible and try to break it. And then they'll come and tell us that they broke it and then we can fix it and make it even better. And that's how you become the apples of the world. You start standing out in the technology space. So we look at the engagement that we've got right now. That's one of the top KPIs that we've got. We got a crowdfunding campaign that's going on right now that's giving people access to the tap sensor, the first batch. So we just put in our order for our first 200 tap sensors to come out. We got the crowdfunding campaign going, giving people the lowest price that they ever get on a tap sensor. We're gonna retail it for $199, if not higher. Right now, we got them on sale for $169, and you get a free T-shirt. So go ahead and get in at the crowdfunding campaign. Tap in, get your shirt, get your tap sensor, and roll out with us. And then probably the third one would be, are my people having fun? I ask that often. It's like, yo, are you still having fun? If you're not having fun, all right, what's going on? What can we do? What roadblocks can we remove? Because at the end of the day, a lot of companies talk about top-down leadership, and that's the way it's supposed to be. It's like, it's cool that you have somebody that's leading the company and ideating and trying to figure out how to be able to make this the best company corporation in the world and to serve the clients, the customers better. But at the end of the day, the people on your team are the ones that are lifting those loads that you either can't lift because you're doing so much or don't even know that you need to lift because that's what their expertise is. I see that over there. Let me go and lift that rock and get it out of the way before we run into it. You can't grow, you can't function, you can't continue to impress and improve upon what you built without the folks that's on the team. So yeah, that's the one that I asked, and I try to answer as often as possible.
Okay, speaking of that, we're gonna segue right into that. Talk about your team, man.
Yeah.
Talk about the team. And when they watch it on Shark Tank, they're gonna see it firsthand. But talk a little bit about your team.
100%, man. So yeah, two other co-founders in this thing, Braxton Davis, patent attorney, co-founder and executive director for the National Council on Patent Practicum, out here changing the landscape in the intellectual property space, bro. And it's super dope to have him not only be the originator of this idea, so he's the one who actually put in the initial footwork or metric mate, but then also filing the initial intellectual property. So the patents, the trademarks, all of that stuff. Like I told you, we got the trademark on Power Level. Braxton put that in, prosecuted that thing, chased down some folks in Las Vegas that was trying to get it before us, but we had the legal backing to make sure that we can get that thing, and we have secured the trademark for Power Level. So, I mean, owe it to that man for all of the assets that we had before Metric Mate was even a thing. And it's really dope to have him on the team because now he's engulfed in what we've got going on. He's engulfed in everything. So he's able to give suggestions in a completely different sense and help lead the strategy of the company. And then Cleveland Ricks, the CTO, the Chief Technology Officer, man is a genius. He's amazing. So running his own software development company, Almighty Software. So he knows the ins and outs of being able to build at scale, at mass, and bring on employees, contractors, folks to support that effort. And then he's a dope coder in and of himself. So he revamped our back end, made us a lot more efficient, gave us the APIs that we need to be able to bring on partnerships like Apex Health and Sharecare and feed this information so we can make the overall healthcare ecosystem more robust, which is what we want to do at the end of the day. And then we got Courtney Hayward on the PR side. We got Brian Bates at 444 Group on the marketing and branding side, man. We got A. Mabel KD, who's out here putting the muscles on them and making sure folks are organized and know what's going on with Metric Mate and getting these assessments in, man. Camille out here working on the data side, helping us make sure our data's clean and all that stuff. So we're bringing on a team of superstars, man. We're super excited about it. And I love each and every one of them and
Yes.
appreciate the fact that they're having fun with your boy through this journey.
Hey, I told you from the jump, you already knew what time it was. You got to create a challenge for the shot makers people to take.
So
Let's go.
challenge that I'm gonna give you is as many shots as you can make in a minute and a half. That's what I want to see. We want you putting up buckets for a minute and a half, and you get points depending on where you put it in. So if you're giving me layups, you get 1 point. If you're over here giving me a nice little 15-footer, something easy, you get 2 points. Get anything behind the 3-point line, of course, you get 3 points. The more shots you put in that minute and a half, the more points you get. And when you stack it up, we're gonna see who's on top.
Let's go. Let's go. Man, MT, Metro May, bro, it's been a pleasure having you here. Man, any last words for the people?
Man, check us out on all social media at Metric Mate. Go to the website, themetricmate.com to learn more. Go to the crowdfunding campaign. Help us out. Stick in. We just put the hoodies up. So I got my hoodie on today, that Metric Mate hoodie. And you see that? You see that material? Man, you ain't never seen no material like that. This is premium right here. This is the best pump cover you ever have in your life. So definitely check us out. Hit us up on all social media, man. We're out here getting to it. And if you're in the Atlanta area, pull up on the Russell Center every Thursday at 5:30. We doing group workouts. We doing assessment. We just trying to get everybody moving, man. We want everybody feeling better, living better, being happier with Metric Mate. Tap in.